Hi, my lovelies. I am being called to do this video today because I've been seeing a lot of posts and about a split in the timeline, and there's going to be a biotech timeline, and there's going to be the 5D timeline, and I'm reading it and I'm thinking that is not what I'm getting. I'm getting that we are rising, and it's almost like we're on yachts. I see them as yachts rather than ships, like a Noah's Ark. And we're rising with this 5D energy. And when the great reveal happens, I think Michael from, what's his page called again on YouTube? Our Everyday Lives. And he's got a post called The Event, How to Navigate the End Days, and 5 things to expect from the event. I'll put them both in the description below. And what was I saying? It happens a lot for me. I forget midway what's going on. So I don't get that when these things happen, when the great event happens, when the big reveal happens, I don't get that when all of that happens, that there's going to be a shift, that there's going to be a break of 2 different timelines. Now I get the whole multidimensional thing and the quantum physics and all of that. I get that. But I don't see it. What I see is that when the great reveal happens, we will fall, but our energy will come down onto this earth, to the 3D, anchoring that 5D, and those that have no idea that what they were doing, being stuck into the 3D, plugged into the cabal, not having no realization that everything that they were doing was flipped, and they thought that they were worshipping God, and they thought that what they were doing was great and wonderful, was really a satanic ritual. And we are here to help them to ascend. That's the reason why we're here. When I was little, I was very little, and I was walking with my parent in town, and there was this man, and I'm convinced now that it was God. And there was this man, because of the light that was coming from him, and there was this homeless man across the way, and I said to my parent, "Oh, let's help him." And my parent turned around and said, "Him? Who's going to help me?" And I remember that was when I switched. I switched with the knowing that I was meant to help people to, no worries, I will help you. And there came a point in my life where everything I said, everything I was doing was being ignored. And it was like, well, if you want help, then listen, then see and understand. And I could no longer take it. So I jumped, parachute or not. I took a leap of faith, and I'm so grateful for the man that is in my life, because without him, none of this would be possible. So grateful. He's so strong, such a warrior, and without him showing me through his actions and the way that he sees things, and the sermon that we had last night, I swear the man's meant to be a preacher, but the knowledge and the wisdom that he was sharing with me last night, all of that, none of what I'm doing today, none of what I'm feeling today would have happened. When I couldn't take it anymore, of being ignored, I used to scream at my parent before my DSP came to my door. Literally, physically came to my door unwittingly. I never saw him, but my soul did. And I used to scream, "There is more to life than this." And my parent would ask, "What this?" And I had no idea. I had no idea. But now I understand that it's the whole being plugged into the 3D, into the matrix. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Matrix, the movie, was not for entertainment. It was a documentary. What I'm starting to realise now as well, there are many individuals that had to agree to some of the things that the cabal was doing so that they could infiltrate and percolate the red pill down to us. Things like The Matrix, Fight Club, oh god, that movie Branded, and They Live. I actually saw a billboard on the way home after dropping my munchkin to little school that said, "Win a holiday with Kit Kat or Aero," or something like that. And then I saw like the bubble that you see on the Matrix, and I was like, aha, that's Branded. That is them doing their best to keep your vibration low. And I had an awareness at that point. I suppose we all have epiphanies and awarenesses at any given moment, any given time. And that was one of my awarenesses that I saw it. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? I am more awake than I realize sometimes. Again, I don't see a split of timelines. I see those that are so plugged into the 3D that they are struggling right now to break up, and they are having a war within themselves to break free from the cabal and everything that's going on mentally within them. Some people have been hospitalized. Others have actually taken a death door. They've decided, you know what, I will take a death door and I will reincarnate when either the 144,000 or when other beings raise up to the fifth and decide to procreate. I will come back then. But it's happening, and it's happening a lot faster than what I realise. I mean, it's so windy here in the UK, so blustery, and it's brilliant. It's so brilliant. I was saying to my munchkin this morning, I was like, can you feel it? Can you feel the winds of change? And that was coming out of my munchkin's mouth. It was brilliant. And I love the way that my munchkin is seeing the world. We went to the park the other day, and I was like, oh, the swings and the slide is over here. What are you doing over there? And then I saw her have a full-blown conversation with a tree, and so I walked over, and I was like, God, this tree is love. It loves so much. Should we give the tree a hug? And we both hugged the tree, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. And the munchkin was out, and she was playing in the grass and the mud, and it was brilliant. That's one thing about having innocent souls and munchkins around, is that they see the world differently to us. They see the world anew, and it helps us as adults to see the world through their eyes and to appreciate things again that maybe we'd forgotten about in this as Bob Marley would say, in this rat race. I was thinking the other day, actually, that there's a reason why the CIA murdered Bob. Because he was bringing an awareness and awakening that they were unable to handle, and they wanted more fear. But the man lives. Through his music, we listen to it all the time. And we listen to most of the Marleys. I'm still convinced that the Marley family were put here to wake us up to all of it. I'm still convinced. I want to thank you all for listening to me, having a wonderful rant again about the non-split that I see, or that I don't see a split. What do you think? What do you feel? I would love to know. I am unsure if other people are seeing what I'm seeing, but I would love to know and love to find out. Peace to you all. Love and blessings always. Thank you very much for listening to my little rant. If you think it will help somebody, please share. All right, take care.